Alrighty, guys. This is quarantine episode number 2 of ISD in School Detention. Unfortunately, again, due to some technical issues, Vontrell could not join us. However, I'm joined as always by my co-host Pierce Anderson.
Yo.
And today we have a very, very, very special guest, a great friend of mine, someone who I think is super talented, is going to take over the entire world in a few years. Our good friend Jordan Esparza, aka Heavy Bud Light. How you feeling, my boy?
Feeling good. What's good? How y'all doing?
As good as I can be.
Facts.
Right?
Facts. I know me, Jordan, me, and you talk all the time, obviously. So this conversation may not have anything new to it, but just for the listeners, how are you dealing with this whole quarantine thing, man?
Bro, I'm straight chilling, honestly. Like I'm cooling. I don't feel bad about nothing. I'm working out every day. I got bored yesterday and fasted. Like, I don't know. I'm just doing things.
What about you, Pierce?
I mean, pretty much the same shit. I mean, I haven't really been fasting like that, so
hell no. I mean, 3 times a day, low key. I eat because I get bored.
I low-key don't even eat as much as I used to for some reason. I feel like I don't get as hungry because I'm not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
I'm not
Bro,
wasting.
for real.
You know, so like I've just been cooling, working out. You feel me? You gotta stay fit. Just trying to better myself. You know, like in the last time we talked, I'm trying to use this time to like work on stuff I didn't really have time to work on since I have so much time now. You feel me?
That's
I know you told me you were working on Fruity Loops and shit.
Fruity Loops. I'm just trying to get better at that. I'm still ass, but you know, it's a slow process. That, you know, I'm just trying to, I'm just reading, you know what I'm saying? I'm applying for jobs and shit because I'm out of the job right now. I mean, like millions of other people. So I'm hoping I could find something, you know what I'm saying? Just to make some extra cash. But yeah, man, I mean, there's not much you can do, really. I mean, I'm just at the crib watching anime. I've been on my anime shit lately.
Hey, gang.
Yeah, so I'm finally trying to get on that. I'm watching Sword Art Online right now.
Yes, I started that, but I never really got into it. I started it though.
I don't know. I think I'm only on episode 10, but it's pretty dope so far. Like it's definitely not what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be kind of stupid, but it's actually not.
That's what I thought too. It's like video games and real life.
It's not like a video game. Like you're in a video game, but like it doesn't look like. I don't know. It's hard.
What is it? What is that?
All right.
It's like that.
So
it's a long ass
Sword Art Online. I don't know why it's called that, but basically all these people, these characters are in a video game and they have to beat the video game to get out of that game. And if they die in the game, they die in real life. It's like all virtual reality. So if like they have like these helmets and stuff on that kind of import them into the game. And like if someone from the outside world takes their helmet off, they die. So basically the only way you can get out is if you beat the game. And that's pretty much what it is. And, you know, that now you know, people are like teaming up and there's this and some people are killing other people. And so it's pretty crazy, but it's interesting. Oh, by the way, remember that volleyball anime we watched at Vontrell's crib? Devonn?
Yeah.
I finished it.
Really? How was it?
It's actually fire. Like it's
really, because it started off kind of weak.
Yeah.
Volleyball?
Yeah, bro. Volleyball. It's called Haikyuu or something. It's like HAIKYUU. And yeah, like at first you're like about volleyball. Okay, that fucking sucks. Like I didn't play volleyball in high school.
He just dogged all of volleyball. You say y'all weak as hell.
Like the sport's hard. Don't get me wrong. Like it definitely is hard. But like watching that anime, it definitely gives you a better appreciation for it, man. Like for real, it's actually really good. You should definitely check it out if you haven't already.
Bro, I most definitely have not.
Yeah, bro, I don't blame you, bro.
Hey, anime is just American cartoons on steroids or better graphics. Only thing I don't like about anime is the fact that they sexualize everybody. Because here's the thing about anime. Majority characters in anime, your main characters, are between the ages of like 16 and like early 20s. But every girl you see in anime either has like a really short skirt or like big boobs, like a big ass. And they always make these sexualized jokes. That shit is low-key weird to me. And they always like do that shit. It's kind of odd. But other than that, bro, I've been watching anime since I was a fucking kid.
Yeah.
So like
my thing is I don't like the genre title. I don't understand it. Why is it like why do they get to be called that when any cartoon is animation? anime is just animation.
I don't know. I can't answer that question.
I've never.
You know what I'm saying though? Like,
yeah.
100%,
I used to watch Scooby Doo, so I watched anime. Like, I watched SpongeBob, I watched anime. Madagascar, anime. Like,
that's a bar.
I mean, there has to be a reason why it's called anime. You know,
it's probably because I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to America, it's probably racist. They probably just don't know the word in Japanese and like can't say it, so they're like, yeah, anime. Like,
well, what is it in it? What is it called over in like Japan and stuff? Is it
I'm
not called?
looking it up right now. It's called anime because the more anime you watch, I ain't gonna lie, you start to low key pick up on like the different like languages. Like, 'cause I know what certain words mean in English, what they mean in like Japanese. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I've literally been watching it that hard, damn near half Japanese. But anime is hand drawn and computer animation originating from or associated with Japan. The word anime is the Japanese term for animation. Ah, that's what it is. Anime is just Japanese for animation. Is that simple?
that's what I'm saying. So it's like, I don't know, but I guess like I still don't understand it.
I'm reading on Google from like Wikipedia. Like outside Japan, like anime refers to like everything like Japan related when it comes to animation. So I guess that's like how you would categorize it. Like, you know, when someone says anime, like the first thing you think of is like, okay, it's gonna be like some Japanese cartoon type shit, you know? Like you don't think of Scooby Doo, for example. You think of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm sure there's what would they call like our animation?
Trash, probably. Cause that shit.
Maybe I don't know.
We have good like. There's a lot of good American shows, bro.
No, there is.
There's really a lot of shows.
It's just these Japanese shows be beat. If you look at the amount of shows that our age group has grown up on, that we talk about favorites, they're always gonna talk about anime though. They're always gonna talk about Japanese shows. They're gonna say Naruto, or what people don't realize, Pokemon. Pokemon's been so Americanized to us for such a long time, but the whole time that's an anime. People seem to forget that.
I don't know. I always knew it was.
Yeah, I mean,
same thing with Yu-Gi-Oh. That's what I used to watch when I like grew up.
Oh damn, Yu-Gi-Oh! I remember
that was Yu-Gi-Oh, Sonic, Dragon Ball Z.
Did any of you guys watch Digimon?
Yes.
Yeah, that was. I had the curtains in my room and everything, bro. That shit was crazy.
you had the decorations.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I'm laughing at you. I just ordered a whole anime sticker online for my laptop though, so I can't even really.
I mean, bro, like anime is. I don't know. It's cool as fuck getting into it. Like, you just got to find the right. Oh, there's another one called Cells at Work, and it's literally about.
Yeah, the human body, right?
Yeah, but it's like, damn, you got super excited.
I did.
He was like, he got excited, like he couldn't wait for you to talk about that.
No, but it's actually pretty cool. It educates you, you know, like because it actually gives you like facts about like the body and like what certain cells do. But it's not like some like educational cartoon, if that makes sense. Like it educates you, but like in a cool way.
Yeah,
I don't know, but it's actually mad interesting. I've been watching that too on Netflix. Shout out Netflix for having all these shows, man. Otherwise, I don't know what the fuck I'd be doing right now.
Real shit. I just heard that apparently there's a show called Tiger King. Have you guys been watching that or heard about that?
My mom is watching that like every single day, bro. She's on the phone talking to her friend about it every single day. My grandma watching it, bro. This girl last night told me to watch it, bro. And guess what? I'm not watching it. Because I don't really watch things in general. Like I just don't watch. I've watched one video during this whole quarantine.
Damn.
Like video, like you talking like YouTube, everything.
Yeah.
Man,
that's crazy.
That's crazy. What have you been doing? Like reading and writing and school?
Yeah, well I've been doing the conversation. I've been reading a lot. I've been working out every day, writing every day, and just keeping those things in rotation. A lot of Xbox. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really watch things.
That's good though. Like, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but
no, you're good.
But like, I could now is a time to, and this is why I was stressing so much in the last podcast, is that you should use this time to try to advance somewhat. And it doesn't have to be like leaps and bounds, but like you should definitely come out of this better at something, because it'd be so easy to just smoke,
right,
watch TV, eat,
and like, do nothing. Right. That's why I'm not trying to sink into that pit, bro. People sitting here, and that's the thing. Like, whatever, call me crazy, I don't care. But come on now, they got all this stuff in here. They know that we got a bunch of free time on our hands. And of course, there's a new sensational show out on Netflix where people are just going to be glued to their TV. Like, great. Now, a lot of people aren't going to be productive like they potentially could have been.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I don't know. I don't trust people. I don't trust Netflix working for the government, all that.
How do you feel about these conspiracy theories going on around the virus?
Can you tell me a couple?
Well, I heard one today on a podcast that this entire coronavirus is caused by 5G. And I've also heard verbatim. Yeah. Now, if for those who don't know what 5G is, it's just faster internet. But I've also talked to someone who's worked for a cable company, and they pretty much said that 5G is, or no, I'm sorry, a cellular company, that 5G is pretty much a lie. It doesn't really even fucking exist.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that a couple times.
Now, this theory that, and I guess Carrie Hilson was one who really supported it. She said that 5G disrupts the electromagnetic field around the earth, and because of that, it disrupts the cells within your body, and because it disrupts the cells within your body, that's what's causing everyone to be sick and have coronavirus.
Well, to touch on a couple of those and tell you what I heard.
It sounds like an anime plot for real. But
I'm not really mad at any of those, but the thing is, everybody knows that these phones and stuff, like, as they get increased in power, there's going to be higher levels of radiation, period. That's just a side effect of it. But the thing with 5G and this that I heard, I don't know about the whole that's what's causing people to get sick, because this is a virus. So I don't know how it could, like, the thing is, like, it could be cancerous because it creates radiation, but I don't understand how radiation would create a virus. You know what I mean? But what I heard was that basically everybody's inside now. So now they're setting up the 5G towers with, like, no resistance. Nobody really say anything about it because everybody's inside. And I guess on the 23rd, I also need to look into this. So you should just Google it, whatever I say. This is just something that I saw on the internet, saying that basically the 23rd that Trump passed, like, the 5G Act to, like, set it up nationwide or whatever. So, but that's just like that stuff is radiation. So I don't understand the correlation to a virus.
Are people against 5G though? I mean, I haven't heard people push back.
I don't know. I don't know if people are actually physically, like, they're legit protesting it, or they're just like complaining on social media. Oh, well, why are they against it?
Because of the radiation.
Yeah, I guess. No, I have definitely heard issues about the radiation. I don't know. I don't think the coronavirus is related to that though, because like you said, it's a virus. So I don't know how radiation would lead to a virus unless their reasoning is that that's what the government's telling us to not, to not think about. But I mean, there's so many conspiracy theories out there. I know people are saying that, like, China put it out there to, like, on purpose to take out, like, half of the earth and, this and that. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of bullshit, to be honest with you.
The thing is, like, also, seriously, unfortunately, about the world that we live in, like, when bad things happen, there's a lot of negative people in the world. And there's a lot of people that cling on to, like, negative news and stuff like that. So when anything happens, and the media feasts on that, when anything happens, it don't even matter what it is for real. You're going to hear, like, the worst of it before you hear anything good at all.
Yeah.
So it's like, whatever. That's why, like, bro, I'm not watching the news. Like, I'm not reading too heavily on Twitter when I see stuff about the virus and whatnot. Like, you're gonna see 97 bad things and 3 good things. Like, there's no point in doing that to yourself. And that's why I tell you, stay away from that bad news, bro.
Yeah, bro, that's real. I mean, a lot of stuff that you're seeing on, like, Twitter and just any social media, really, a lot of it's bullshit to begin with. Like, I know there was a story going around that, like, a priest in Italy died after he gave, like, his, like, ventilator to somebody to live, which wasn't true at all. It was found out that was a complete lie, and I saw that all over the place. I mean, I feel like most of the misinformation you're gonna get is one, the news is bullshit anyway, but it's most of it reading is from your peers retweeting things, or things because they're not even reading into it. They're seeing the headline and they're like, "Oh, that's horrible. So and so is doing this." Repost, but you don't even know if that's true. You know, you haven't even done your own research on that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of people are scared now and are just doing that's what, you know, like, why the fuck is everybody buying a bunch of toilet paper? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Somebody said, "Are y'all preparing for the shitocalypse?"
Right. How is that gonna be? That would not be the first thing I'd go for. I feel like if this was really going down, like toilet paper, like if anything, just go take it, run your body through the shower if it really gets down to that point, you know. But like, I don't know, bro. I just feel like people are just taking this way out of proportion. I mean, as long as you just like stay inside and be healthy, like, I mean, that's really all you can do, you know. Like if you get infected, you get infected. But again, like the survival rate's way higher than the mortality rate. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
The biggest problem, I think, is just Americans' entitlement to fun. Like
yeah, yeah.
that is
That's-
leading to all this stuff is failing, bro. And like this stuff that they're trying to do, and like this soft lockdown without enforcement, bro, it's not gonna work. People do not care. Americans are feel an entitlement to fun, and because of that, they're going to go and do whatever they feel is fun. If they can't go inside bars or whatever, they're gonna have their friends over and have whatever party they want. It's just like
yeah.
that's just how Americans function, bro. And because of that, this stuff is gonna get a lot worse before it gets better. It already got extended because nobody was listening. Like,
Yeah, and you know what else is crazy? It also shows. I believe I was talking to you about this, or I think I may have heard this somewhere. By you, I mean Jordan. This pandemic is going to show the true. I think you brought this up on the conversation, actually, Jordan, which we can get to in a few minutes. But this situation is really showing the true characters of a lot of people, these corporations, enterprises, and human beings themselves. I have a great personal story. Pierce, I haven't told you this yet, but my job I currently work at has completely fucking failed in terms of coronavirus response, bro.
How do you say why so?
Shit. Say again?
Why is that?
Oh my god,
Or
bro.
why do you
So
think
before every time we clock in, we're supposed to have our temperatures checked. I've only had my temperature checked twice. My last 3 shift days, no temp check.
so?
I can't really say that because I would give away where I work, but the customers that do come in, they're not allowed to pile up outside the door. But sure enough, there was a line stretching across the entire plaza, and people were not standing 6 feet apart. Of course not. Now they try to enforce people sitting in the lobby. They separated the chairs, but every time someone goes to use our machines, they're supposed to be wiped down after every use. That did not happen. And every time someone comes in one of our rooms to be processed, that's supposed to be cleaned. That did not happen. And then on top of that, we're open 7 days a week. We close on Saturday to be able to clean the entire business up. A deep cleaning, like chemically sanitization, all that good shit. None of that happened whatsoever. None of it. The garbage that was there was in the same exact spot when we left on Friday. So my job has completely failed, and I can tell you that from personal experience about an enterprise or a company that's completely failing and showing their true colors when they talk about caring about your employees. It's all kinds of weird shit going on. So I'm kind of
bro,
glad
because they don't care. I've been telling you this, bro. These corporations don't care. They don't care about none of us at all. Like,
care about a top dollar. That's it.
that exactly, and that, bro. Come on now. Like we talked about this Thursday on the conversation. Like my bro Mars brought up how there's Trump announced several public-private partnerships, right, for testing in like Walmart and Target parking lots and stuff like that. Bro, they cutting that check. What you mean? He doing these press conferences, nothing but CEOs standing up there. There ain't no doctor. There's one doctor. It's one doctor the whole time. One. And he don't even let him talk for real.
Mm.
And when he do talk, Trump come to the podium and say the opposite of what he just said. It's like, bro, what is happening right now? Like, but that's the thing is that these corporations, bro, they don't want to close, and that's the thing, bro. You think Target can handle it? Like, these companies cannot handle closing. I promise you, they sell things on such a little profit margin, bro. Such a little profit margin. Retail has such a little profit margin. You're probably like, let's just say everything is $10. Their profit margin is like $2. They're buying things for $8 and selling things for $10. Like they're not making a lot of money, but they have a lot of traffic. And then plus with the money they make from actually online, because they do make more money that way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're not looking out for people right now. And they're broke. They're flat out broke. Like this country is broke, bruh. Like all this money that they could keep coming out with, bruh. Like
Yeah, how they just injected 1.5 trillion, I think, into the economy.
I forgot the numbers at this point. It's too. It's.
It was too.
I don't know.
It was a T on that bitch.
Stimulus
was
plan?
trillions.
That was just.
Yeah, it was definitely trillions. But it's like the whole country is like in debt. Like, why do we not have a cap for that? Why is there not just keep raising the debt ceiling? And that's the thing. That's what I'm saying, bro. Is that everybody is broke. These people cannot survive this. This. I don't really see. I'm so excited, bro, because I do not genuinely see capitalism making it out of this.
What do you think is next? Socialism?
Yeah, a form of it.
I like socialism. Which mean now, are you saying that to say that you think Bernie would win, or do you just think socialism is next?
I don't think. Well, here's the thing: the biggest conspiracy throughout this whole thing is that Joe Biden is dead right now.
What?
Yeah.
And that's a fake Joe Biden up there?
Not fake, bro. I guess what he did was he recorded a whole bunch of pre-recorded vague messages and is now releasing them, and he's wearing the same clothes and everything. And none of it is specific to what's going on. They're all like very vague. Like there's one that's like roughly about war, one that's like roughly about the virus, one that's roughly about like families and stuff. Like everything is just super vague, and he's wearing the same clothes and everything. Like these are actual like campaign videos.
I don't even know what to say to that. That's really hard to pull off. Like
it's a thing. It's a thing on Reddit right now. Like, so somebody posted one of them, and somebody replied to it. It just said he did.
I do remember. Oh, go ahead.
No,
bro.
keep going.
I do remember this is like a year and change ago when Prince Harry and Meghan, or formerly Prince Harry and Meghan, got married. They were sitting at this like tennis match, and they clapped and turned to each other, and it looked like robots. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if you guys ever saw that video, but they look super like robotic and like shiny face and plastic as fuck. It was the weirdest shit ever. So maybe it doesn't seem too far fetched, but the fact that it's a political camp, they're running for the election right now, and I feel like it's really hard to pull off something like that to where you literally have just a body fake showing up at all these debates and all these commercials and things like that. That seems really hard to pull off.
Since the debate. Nobody's seen him since the debate, bro. That's what they're saying.
That's crazy.
I don't know, man. I'm definitely not denying that that's not a thing. It could, because I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea. So it definitely could. But I do feel like in times of crisis, especially now, I mean, conspiracy theories are always out there, but like right now, I feel like everyone's minds are kind of just going crazy as to how to explain this and what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, I mean, that could definitely be true, but I'd have to see some like uber proof before I'm like, yeah, he's, because like he's a whole presidential candidate
and a former vice president.
You know.
Yeah, but my thing is though also what kind of fuels the fire on that conspiracy theory for me personally is Bernie Sanders isn't dropping out.
So you think Bernie Sanders? So what do you think? Like, is this a conspiracy to get Bernie elected, or do you think Bernie?
No, I'm not saying it's a conspiracy for Bernie. I'm saying he is behind. He is losing. He is literally losing by a lot, and he's not dropping out. And nobody's seen Joe Biden since the debate, and he's still losing. So it's all like he's losing money. He's not going to win. Like he's genuinely not going to win, but he's not dropping out.
So you think Bernie knows that Joe Biden's dead?
You feel
and
me?
That's why still. So what happens? I don't know. So what happens when like this is like has subdued somewhat, and then we have debates with Donald Trump and then the Democratic nominee. I don't know. I guess we'll figure that out when it happens, you know. So I
That's
guess.
the only way we're gonna find out, bro, is when he
only
like
time will
actually
tell.
has to show himself.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, he's gonna have to be there.
But I don't know. At the same time, I mean, like I don't know him like that. We never hung out, kicked it, nothing. So I don't know. I don't know where he stay. I can't check on him,
He's
nothing
mad
like that.
old. Maybe he feels that he's just trying to self quarantine so he doesn't get sick.
Bernie is mad old too. That's why I don't even. All these dudes is mad old. That's why they should not be making no decisions.
All the Democratic candidates are old except for Yang.
I agree with that. No,
Except for Yang.
there was a couple people that I think Pete Buttigieg was the youngest.
I thought Yang was
Bro,
younger.
he
than him.
legitimately looks like an Office character.
Pete,
Yeah,
no, Andrew Yang's like 40 something,
yeah.
42, I don't know, something like that. But I think Pete was the youngest guy up there.
For sure. But all right, let's get into it for you, Jordan. Right? You have started something that I think is really dope. Me and you have talked about this a lot personally, and I can't wait for you to share it. But you have started something called The Conversation on IG Live.
Yes,
What
sir.
exactly is The Conversation for those who do not know?
It's really just me talking to my friends for real.
Just having a conversation.
Yeah, like the real I guess like the real mission statement for it is like, you know, I just want us to like destigmatize each other. Like there's this huge thing about like, I don't know, I feel like putting people on pedestals and whatnot and like seeing them as things that they aren't because they do certain things and this and that. And it's just like, I feel like when I do these, we're able to just be people and we're just able to talk. And it's nothing like, I don't know, no weird stuff going on. Like no scene politics is happening and stuff like that, you know? Like this is cool.
It's a genuine conversation. There's no like behind the scenes like shit to it.
Yeah, like we just talking.
That's what's man.
How do you feel how have you changed as a person since you started doing the conversation?
I feel like I'm more confident in my ability to figure out what I'm gonna do next. Like I didn't really know. I knew I needed to do something during this period, right? And there was a couple projects I thought it was gonna be. It ended up, you know, like not. I did a couple things just at home and, you know, scouted like, is this what I want to do? Is this what people need right now? And like the bottom line is just that like people do not need me to post more photos right now. Like that is non-beneficial. It doesn't do anything for anybody for real right now, because somebody can't even really hire me to work right now also. So it's all like, what am I saying? Like, hi, I took this picture. Like it's just kind of pointless to society right now. So like that's not what I need to be putting out there. But what could help people is people that are new to their, you know, artistic journey, their fitness journey, their DJing journey, things like that. And I have friends in those areas that can speak on the life they live in those areas. So you can get some game and see if, you know, maybe now you feel more comfortable to start or go harder. Or, you know, now you feel like you have a little bit more information on maybe how to infiltrate an industry or network or whatever like that. You know, like my homie is a basketball analyst, came on the other day. So it's like I'm just trying to get people to see as many things as possible. Period.
How are you? Yeah, oh, sorry. Go ahead, Pierce.
No, I was just saying I fuck with that. That's all.
I ain't gonna lie. It's hard to gauge when to talk and when not to talk if you're not looking at somebody. But so my bad if I cut any of you guys off during this process. But how are you able to tell what the people want and what the people need? Because you do it a lot. You talk to me about it a lot, but I just want to get inside your brain and how you. I mean,
just think about it, bro. Like literally, just think about it. Genuinely think about it. Like me. I did a photo project, bro. I had it completed and everything. Like I didn't write out the words that I needed to write. As far as completed, I mean everything was shot. It was ready to just be written, right? But I just thought about it. What does this mean for real? Like, who is benefiting from seeing this? And it's not really a lot of people, but who would benefit from getting essentially and getting able to sit in on conversations that they would not otherwise have. And that's been damn near one of the most beneficial things to me in the past year and a half of my life, because working with the record label and stuff last year, I was in a lot of rooms because it was my job and I was trusted to be in there, and I learned a lot of things. I picked up on a lot of game because I was just a sponge, bro. My job wasn't to talk. My job was literally to observe everything that's happening in the room. That was my job, was to observe. So doing that, it's like you pick up on things. And that's what I want to show people. Like, pick up on this. This is just a conversation that you wouldn't have had otherwise, and now you just get to watch it.
Out of all the conversations you've had so far, which one has been your favorite?
Probably yesterday's with P. With Pee Wee the Pluggo, my homie, the sports analyst. He does Through the Wire podcast with House of Highlights. Shout out to them. Shout out to Mike, Kenny, and Derek.
Yeah, that one and the Logan one were my favorite because, me, I've never worked for a record label. You've worked for a record label. Logan, shout out to Amatic Logan, signed to a record label. He was. And for those on the outside looking in like myself, to hear that inside stories that you guys were saying and the information you guys were saying to help better, it helped me understand the process of music laws, and that stuff itself. He even went so in depth to break down each individual thing and what he plans on doing in the future. And I think that's like super fucking dope. It feels like it's like opening a window of transparency,
right? Exactly.
Into your world just through our phone screens. Because so many different people. Like, I always say this, a lot, a little about a lot, and you happen to know all different kinds of people. And
that's so how I get to know a little about a lot, because I know just different people who will just let me talk to them and let me see things and stuff. Like, access to information is key. Having access to information.
How do you guys, and Pierce, this is for you too, how do you guys feel like IG is being reshaped? Like, do you guys feel like the Instagram, because during this time period of us being on lockdown, and of course another 30 days got added, so we're going to be all locked up until April 30th. How do you guys feel like Instagram has really changed? It comes to the forefront of the world. What do you think the impact of Instagram is?
No, they did not change. Don't put that on them. Instagram did nothing. We did this. Instagram did not do this. Instagram ain't hit me to make my show, my conversation. Sorry.
Facts.
They didn't hit me and ask me to do that. They didn't hit DJ Oreo and tell him to spin and bring all the Chicago people to his live and stuff. Or DJ Oreo is doing a live tonight that's sponsored. What?
That's crazy.
Instagram didn't do that, bro. Instagram did not do that. And that's the thing also, is when you say things like that, and I'm not coming at you, I'm just saying this for anybody who's talking about these things. Don't forget that the power and the ideas was in the people's hands. They didn't give us this. Yes, they made the live feature, right? But we re-rocked it. We basically sold it. You know what I'm saying? We souped it up, threw some dubs on it. Now it's raw.
Do you think it's going to change, stay like this after the quarantine? I don't know. I just feel like since people have a lot more time to do things, you know what I'm saying, and have these conversations and spend time on live, that's why it's been popping so much. Because you're right, like, live has been around for a couple of years now. I mean, they didn't do anything. They didn't tell people to, hop on since, everyone's locked down. Everyone's just doing it since they have so much time now. But after this is all done, I mean, I can't really see this much activity on live to continue. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you this, to answer your question. Nobody knew what would happen if all of this happened. So nobody's going to know what's going to happen if this isn't all happening in the future. Because now, bro, our world is literally changing right now. Our culture is changing. Our culture is shifting.
Right.
And it's like there's no telling what it's going to be after this. Who knows? Like literally, who knows? What if what Instagram right now is in a position to take a lot of people from YouTube because of easy access. If they change some of the features on there, they could take a lot of people from YouTube, a lot of people from podcasting. Why would you podcast or why would you YouTube when somebody has to, log in, sign in, sometimes download, they got to pay a subscription sometimes if it's on like Apple Music, Spotify, this and that, right? When you could just press a button and these people are talking right in front of you. The podcast is already happening. There's some things that they need to fix about the live feature, but it's very possible to do. And this is another thing that's going to drive up business that Instagram did not even create.
Right. I guess it just depends on whether they want to make it accessible to everyone again. Not that it isn't accessible, but like they want to keep that traffic going on live, because I guess
they better be watching what's going on right now.
They are. I mean, they're a business at the end of the day. So
hell yeah.
And if they are, and if they hear this, send me my bag.
And what you're saying makes sense because you have kind of where you have, situations like yours with the conversation, which is essentially just a podcast on IG Live. If they really want to fix some shit, and I'm about to get mad. First of all, they need to stop making IG Lives only an hour. I don't know why they do that shit. That shit is fucking lame.
It probably is just a software thing where they can't handle more.
Maybe. But one thing that they need to do is be able to play music on live. Or at least stop fucking me over, bro. Because every time I go on live to try and spin, right? Every time I go on live, they tell me, they cut off my live. They say, oh, we're hearing music. That could be violating certain music rights. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm not hating on DJ D Nice or Oreo or whomever was on live spinning. But these dudes go on and they're on there for hours and hours at a time. And they're not going anywhere. I don't know if it's something you guys know that I don't know that I'm missing, but it's really confusing because I've never used Instagram as much as I do now, ever in my entire life. Like, even when you first get something, you're like, oh, I'm going to be on this all the time. When I first got Instagram when I was a kid, I was never on it this much. So I'm just now learning new things about this. So to hit all these learning curves definitely kind of sucks.
I'd imagine it's like copyright issues, like you can't just be playing the song out. Like you can't even do that on YouTube. Like I can't make a video and then have a song playing in the background and not get in trouble for it. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't be paying those people. You feel me? So I think that's what it really comes down to.
But that's not true though, because what you play, that's the thing, is that's not true inherently. Because what did you play the song off?
Serato.
Well, from what Pierce was saying, like he was just out there with a phone playing a song.
I mean, I guess in a sense they are getting paid because I'm playing this
off a streaming app, right? Of some sort, right? Exactly. So did they or did they not get paid?
Yeah, I guess they did get paid. I don't know. Well, I mean, would they be getting? They wouldn't get paid from everyone watching my video. You know what I'm saying?
No, but they still got paid through the use of you playing the song. You pay Apple, you pay Spotify, you pay Tidal, YouTube, whatever you use, even SoundCloud. Some people pay for SoundCloud. Like you paid and they cut the check. Like to them, like you don't handle their royalty check. You're not responsible for their royalty check. So it's all like, why are we being chased down for copyright? And if you're doing that Serato stuff, aren't you streaming from Tidal?
I am.
Right. So it's not us that's not paying these people.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not us that needs to be chased down for copyright. And truth be told, I know what you're talking about. Like, I don't know how they keep that going for so long, and I don't know the threshold for it to be cut off. Because the other night I was watching these two of my friends was talking on live, and they was just like playing like Truth or Dare and taking shots and stuff, right? Just a little entertainment. But they had like Bad Bunny's whole album playing, bro. and it did not cut their video until like the eighth song. I like promise you, they played it in order, and like it did not cut the video till like the eighth song. So it's all like I don't know what the I don't know threshold or like thing with that is for real.
Shit's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I feel like we're all taking this time to learn new things about the stuff around us. One Instagram post I saw the other day, and if you guys want to answer this question, feel free. If not, if it's too personal, I understand. But a lot of times, you know, when people get stuck in isolation like this, because it's almost like solitary. Actually, it is. It's solitary confinement. But a lot of times in solitary confinement,
This is not solitary confinement, bro.
Solitary confinement is
That's
complete.
like there's a lot of people that are comparing this to jail right now, bro. And that's like for me, I don't know like other people's backstories, but like I know and have like family members in jail who would probably happily come kick it with me right now if they could. Like in just like trade places standpoint. Like people are overdoing this thing because they have anxieties with themselves, bro, because they don't like themselves. And that's on them. Oh well, that's on you for real. Like, if you're struggling with this because of those things, then you should probably take this time to work on those things. Period.
That was my question for you guys. What things have you guys faced about yourselves?
Nothing. I've been chilling.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I haven't really.
I felt good about myself before this. That's the thing. Is like people are probably working through it. They need to be working through it, you know. But like me myself, bro. I've been chilling every day, like straight kicking it. I don't know. Like I'm kicking it.
Yeah, I mean, really, the only like questions I've been asking myself is like, what type of workout I want to do today.
Yeah, for real. That's it. That's all I've been really asking myself.
Because you're right. A lot of people, I think. Oh, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I think a lot of people, and like, it's kind of similar to what Jordan was saying, was before this, everyone was able to go out to club. You hear everyone's like saying, "Oh man, I can't wait to go to clubs again." Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, like, that's the one thing you can't wait to do after all this is over, is to go to the club and get fucked up.
Right, exactly. You never had no purpose to begin with. You never had no purpose. So, of course you fucked up about this because you got no purpose.
Exactly. So I know that's a big issue.
Hell yeah. I know for me, something I faced is my work ethic and just being a lot more disciplined. Now that I'm sitting here and have just been sitting here and absolutely have nothing to do, I've had to face a lot of things in myself that I personally just didn't fuck with or that I want to get better at. Things that I procrastinate. I'm a big procrastinator. Things that I put off and I'll be like, oh, I'll deal with it a different time or I'll do it another time. As you guys well know, it's me and DJing. I've had that controller. You gave me that controller in like what? In October? Or I bought it off you like what? October? November? I don't know if you remember or not.
I don't remember when it was.
It was cold outside though, for sure.
I also had to think about what you meant by controller for a second. Because I thought you was talking to Pierce about, but I'm like, I know you don't play video games, so then it clicked. I'm like,
yeah. Well, honestly, you know what? I played 2K for the first time actually, and I'm not gonna lie, I put it on Hall of Fame. I got my ass waxed.
Smack, bro. That shit's tough, bro. That shit is so hard, man.
Bro, what the fuck?
I thought I was getting decent at it, but no.
I was on Superstar. I put that shit on Hall of Fame, and I was in my player mode, bro. I was getting my ass whopped. I'm like, what the fuck? None of my shots are falling. I gotta have damn near perfect releases. None of my teammates are taking a shot they used to take. What the fuck shit is this? I'm like, nigga, you shot that shot before I changed the difficulty. Your bitch ass. Anyway, I've had to face a lot of my deficiencies in myself. I've actually really started to enjoy this time. Much as it sucks that, you know, I can't really go out and kick on my friends like I wanted to, or I can't go see certain people or whatever. But being here and practicing in my mixing is honestly one of the best things I've done with myself.
With your time?
Yes. Like, it's something I really put off, something I always want to do. But now the fact that I've done it and dedicated myself to it, it really shows that I can get good at something, because sometimes I doubt myself at being able to get good at something. But the fact that I sat here, I watched one YouTube video, shout out to DJ Preem. And I saw him DJ a few weeks ago before it really got crazy. All this Corona stuff. So after seeing him one time and then watch a video on YouTube, I've already gotten so much better at supplying myself in hours and hours and hours and hours of doing it. And it proves to myself that I know that if I put the time in, I can get good at something. I don't really realize that about myself for a while now, but this time alone to myself has helped me better understand that. I've reconnected with friends. I haven't cracked open my book yet. I just been on my computer so much, but I'm talking to my friends a lot more, and it's allowed me to really just be alone and be myself to myself, if that makes sense.
Mhm. I feel it.
Like, the shit is dope. The shit is dope, and it's also hindered some things though. Like for me personally, I'll be quarantining. As I said, if you were listening earlier, I won't be going back to that job where I currently work at. So I'll be at the crib for a few weeks, but you know what I'm saying? It'll allow me to revamp my resume, put out more job apps, look for a different job, and I'll just be here a lot more to just do whatever I want. And it's gonna hold back some things though because I wanted to move out this summer, but with me taking some time off work, possibly not making any money, changing jobs, I don't even know if that's a possibility. But I'm okay with losing that if that means that I can gain something that's gonna last me forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Facts. That's what, bro. That's like that's another point about money that I don't understand that people like hold a stance on. Is like, man, we need to put people above money, bro, because money comes and money goes. Like you will make money and you will lose money. You will have money and you will be broke at points. And that's no matter what you're doing. Like sometimes if you want to build something and you want to make something greater, bro, sometimes you gotta invest. That's 800, 1,000, maybe a couple racks, maybe a couple thousand racks. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like you have to invest into things, right? So your money is always going to be coming and going. But it's the fact that like people don't understand that, okay, so like don't care about money so much, let's put more money into people. But no, they put money into things, and now we're dying. Like literally, we are literally dying on massive scales right now.
That's my, I have older parents, and me, all three of us know, like we talk about this, but like they're old school. It's easier for you explained this to me the other day, Jordan. It's easy for them to get a job. It's easier this, easier that. Whereas they were so tied up to money back in the day. Whereas now we have a whole different mindset.
Hmm. Yeah, we don't believe in the same things because we don't live in the same world.
Pretty much. I mean, life's changed so much since our parents were kids. I mean, it's ridiculous. So for them to expect the same stuff out of us is just kind of like stupid
Yeah.
if you think about it at the end of the day. But I mean, at the end of the day, parents just want the best for you most of the time.
True.
Most of the time, like obviously everyone's situation is a little different, but they're just looking out for you, and they want, for us, not people that are chasing their dreams and want to do what they want to do, not making a bunch of money right away. You can deal with that. We know what's going
Hmm.
to come later. You feel me? But for them, they want us, to have the insurance, have the good job, this and that, just because they worry about us. And I feel like a lot of times people kind of forget that. They think their parents are kind of harping on them and getting on them, but it's not that. Like you just want your child to be okay at the end of the day, And I'm just guaranteed once we fulfill our dreams and we're living life like we want to, they're going to be just as happy for us then if we just got a regular ass job, got the insurance and just had a regular ass life. You know what I'm saying? But it's just stability, I think, is what they really want for us at the end of the day. You know.
Yeah. So how do you guys feel that the world's going to change once all this is over?
Um,
Uh,
I hope personally, and I mean, I've kind of seen it here and there, but um, people don't as much weight as they used to on celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Because like some celebrities out there are doing, they're donating money and this and that, but a lot of them are doing shit. And a lot of the times you'll be seeing videos of them saying how hard it is, to be stuck inside all day. But it's like, yo, like you have access to so much more stuff than 98% of the people in America. Like you're the last person that should be complaining about this right now. And obviously everyone's situation is different, but like when those celebrities, I don't know, I can't even name them all, but they sang that Imagine by John Lennon, and
that stuff was
that was
so
supposed to help us.
stupid,
Like,
bro.
all
I was
right,
like,
thanks. Like
What was the issue with it? Did it just sound bad?
it was like
no,
what
it's just stupid. What was the point of that?
It's
literally
like
like
that.
it didn't help me at all.
It's like that when what was it, Mike? We are the world. We are the
Yeah,
world.
but I mean, I wasn't that for like, didn't they make money for that on that one? Wasn't that for like donations? Either way, all I'm saying is they released this Imagine thing like that was gonna like brightens everyone day up and help. And everyone's just looking at him like,
Y'all look goofy. You can't sing. You're not in sync. You're ugly. You're
yeah,
stupid.
trash. But I think a lot of people are gonna stop putting so much weight on these celebrities because clearly, like, most celebrities don't care about you. You know what I'm saying? And then you got a lot of people that worship celebrities sometimes, you know, and it's just like, damn, like, live your own life. You feel me?
Right. A lot of people vicariously live through them people.
100%. 100%.
Now, if that's the case, then how would you guys inspire hope? If you were a celebrity, had a huge platform like them, what would you guys do to inspire hope in a time like this?
Man, not everything is. You don't have to always do something too. That's another thing. Is like, bro, I see a lot of this is going on right now with Chicago creatives, bro. People are trying to put out product right now. Man, come on. Like, these are times where people need to be saving money. And if we're supposed to be caring about our community, why are we continuing to try to sell them things that they don't need right now? If you want to inspire hope and make a change, then put out a product that says that. Like, something that people need right now. Create a new respirator or something. I don't know. Like,
Show that
but
you're here to help. Don't just say it.
right. Like, it don't make no sense to me. And beyond that, it's not what people. That's what it just comes down to. Like, what do people actually need right now, bro? And in my opinion, things people actually need right now are access to information, to healthcare, to fitness. Maybe I guess that could be tied up in healthcare, but in the long run, for real. But like, people need more stuff, access to food, like access to more foods. You know, right now a lot of things are sold out. Like, apparently yeast is sold out. What? Like,
Damn.
Wow.
and then that's the thing too. If yeast is sold out, what are these beers? What are the beer companies going to do? Are they going to sink? Now all of a sudden, is Milwaukee going to experience a huge collapse? You know, it's like a lot of things, bro. Anybody watching this, look into a concept called negative externality. That is when one thing happens and trickles down to things outside of it, to where you wouldn't even think it was directly connected. Negative externality. Look into that, y'all. It's one of my favorite things I've ever learned about in my whole life.
No, that makes a lot of sense, though. Not everything has to be related to have an effect on something. Then I'm pretty sure after this, sorry for cutting you off, but after this, that's going to show for sure what's been affected now and how things are going to kind of come back. What companies are going to come back and be stronger because of the way they treated certain people and how they had certain people in mind, and what companies are going to fail because of it. Like GameStop, for example, like that's just done for. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're
Oh yeah.
like that is done for. No one's going to be going to them anymore. I can't imagine any employees wanting to still work there after the way they've been treating them. Like, you feel me? So I think right now with what's going on and how certain businesses are choosing to handle the situation is going to affect them in the long run. Because I mean, if I was working for a company and I was getting treated like shit right now, you know, like, I'm not gonna, once this is all done, I'm gonna go get another job immediately. Like, if there's no way I'm working for you again, you feel me? And I'm sure I wouldn't be the only person feeling that way, you know. So there's gonna be a lot of changes. It's kind of hard to sit here and say what they are right now, because I mean, it's still going on. Things can still be changing, you know, like, because like you said, we have another 30 days, and who knows, God, like, let's hope this doesn't happen, but there could be another 30 days on top of that, like, because we still have yet to hit the peak of this, at least in the United States. So we don't really know how bad this can get, you know, and we don't really know what's going to be affected and how extreme that effect is going to be.
Mm-hmm. That's real. Now, Jordan, I know you only got about 6 minutes left. I know you said you want to get out of here at 5.
I got a little more time, actually, because I finished writing. I finished writing the stuff that I need to write before, like literally right before we hopped on. So I could probably go for another 20, 25.
Oh, better up. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Thank you again for joining us this week. We really appreciate it.
I ain't got nothing to do. I'm at home.
Yeah.
Damn, you had to say it like that. Damn.
I'm saying thank you. I ain't got nothing to do.
Nah. I'll fuck with you. But now, what music? There's been a lot of music been put out lately, a ridiculous amount. And personally, if I'm an artist, this is either prime time for me to create the best shit I've ever done because I have nothing to do but create my art, or I'm going to be putting out stuff for people to consume. What would you guys do? Would you guys take this time to put out music, or would you take this time to just be strictly recording music?
Unless you had it ready to go, I don't know. It's all based on your actual consumers for real. Like, um, pop, like right now, it depends on the type of music. Right now, if you are a person who's making like alternative rock music, stuff like that, that's a good time. Put that out. If you making like hardcore hip hop, like Griselda and them, put that out right now. That's good. Jay-Z even could drop something right now. But if you're like Dua Lipa dropped, you know what I'm saying? Like a pop star where her stuff is like played in clubs and damn near mostly like retail stores. Like, why are you dropping why are you dropping an album right now? Because nobody is sitting in their room right now listening to Dua Lipa. Sorry, but it's not happening.
Somebody's to it.
I was gonna say, like, how do you know what are you able to? What gives you the notion that that hard rock and like Griselda type shit is the best time to drop now? Like, what makes you say that?
Because that's what you sit and you think on. You sit and think on that music. You don't go out and dance to Dr. Birds by Griselda. Like, you don't go and do that. And if you do, you kind of weird. You could, I don't know, but
I don't know how you.
So pretty much,
I
don't know. I feel like you'd be like gawking or like you'd be damn near like
mean mugging the whole time.
Pretty much,
you gotta do inside stuff when everybody's inside. That's why. What you mean, like Lil Yachty, like back a couple years ago when he dropped Broccoli, bro, like right before the summer hit. What do you mean? Facts. You know what it is.
Facts, yeah.
That's every party, every college campus going up. But it's not that right now. Like, it's not that right now. You know who actually could probably put out a really good album right now, especially if it's like a tad bit conscious? Drake.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially with like Weekend shit, like the Weekend, perfect time for him. Like, even though his date was set way in advance, he was gonna do it that day no matter what. But the thing with him is he genuinely makes like sad music that you kind of just sit and think about. You don't really go to the club for a Weekend song. You don't go to the club and be like, oh man, I can't wait to hear Zone. Like, I can't wait to hear, like, you might hear like Often in the club or something, but like, you don't go to the club to listen to the Weekend.
I know what you mean.
That's real. I definitely get that notion. It just I don't know. I really feel like if you're going, and I think this is a fine line when you're making art, and when you make art, often you make art for yourself. Like they say, the way it's supposed to be done is that you make this art for you, so you approve it, and whatever you do, you're okay with it, and then that way the consumers can consume it. But are you kind of saying that these artists should make art for and cater to the fans more?
I'm saying you should be self-aware of the kind of stuff you make. If you know that you make music and you know that you're about to put out a 10-track album and 6 of them going to be played in the club, 2 of them is going to radio, and 2 of them are maybe sit in your room and be sad/think songs, why are you putting that album out when can't nobody go to the club? Can't nobody go to the stores? What, like, that's the thing about, like, who does that matter to? Nobody.
The music?
Yeah. It's unimportant. It's not relevant to this time.
You talk about just clubbing music or like just music?
Yeah.
Clubbing music, yeah. I mean, yeah, right now, I feel like unless, like you said, like the Weekend, his date was set, unless your date was already set and you don't want to push it back more, then I could see.
But he also didn't even drop I'd have to listen to it again, but I don't know. Is there a club song on there for real outside of Heartless?
I think the deluxe has like dance remixes to it. So
okay, and that's decent. But he's also not doing that for people. I want y'all to know that he's doing that for the EDM DJs at festivals and stuff, so they can easily mix his music in.
Of course.
Yes,
but I don't know. I mean, I feel like I would, unless I already had something made, and it makes sense what Jordan is saying, that isn't just club shit. Like you could actually sit down and listen to it. I wouldn't make something right away to release it just because everyone's at the crib. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I would take the time to sit and work on what I've already been working on and make it better, or try to create something that's super dope, since I have all this time and I really can't go anywhere, can't do anything else. You know what I'm saying? So why not create, try to create something crazy, since you have the time. This is the perfect time to do it. So that's probably what I would do personally. What would you do, Devonn, if you were an artist in this time?
I'm gonna sit. If I already have, again, like Jordan makes a good point. Depending on what kind of music I'm gonna make, again, it's gonna depend on what I put out. But I'm gonna be sitting there, and I have noticed, because me personally, I'm personally easily distracted. So I'm gonna sit there, and I'm gonna, anything I've put it on, any tracks I've wanted to get certain people on, because at the end of the day, everyone's at home. Everyone's sitting around with nothing to do. So anybody I've wanted to contact for maybe a feature or anything like that, I'm going to shoot that out to them, shoot my shot, see what I can get. If I don't get anything back, then, oh, well, at least I know I extended my foot out there. Or sorry, my foot, what the fuck? Extended my hand out there to try and make that happen. But I'd probably just be sitting there brewing and working on whatever I can to make that the best that I can, because I'm not going anywhere, and there's definitely no rush. Sometimes when I work and I do things, I feel like in my mind, I put this like impending clock of doom. Whereas if I don't have this done by a certain time or a certain day, the whole world's going to fall apart. Ain't no clock.
Then that's simply not even true.
Say again?
I said that's not even true.
It's not true. It's not true. But it's something that I put in my mind as if like my life is going to come to an abrupt end if I don't go do such and such or something like that. Or that I was going to run out of time. And before I look up, I'll be 55 with like 3 kids or some shit.
I mean, that's if you just, I don't know, let life pass you. I don't know. I don't really know how to touch on that.
I get what you're saying. I think I get what you're saying. Like, you want to, since we're young now, you want to try to accomplish this, and that before you get to a point where there's just too much other shit going on in your life right now to really focus on that.
Yeah.
So you feel like you're like, once you hit 30, which obviously this isn't true, but like once you hit 30, it's like, okay, time to put the dreams away, time to go, get a regular office job, this and that. Like, because the 20s is like a race, you know what I'm saying? If you don't finish in time, you got to give up type shit, which isn't the case at all, unless you don't do anything and you really do just let life pass you by. And then you really will be that 55-year-old with 3 kids wondering like, what the fuck just happened,
Mm-hmm. Now, switching gears to talk about sports, Jordan, do you want the NBA to come back at this point?
In what way are you asking me that? Like, am I missing it as a fan?
Oh, what? Yeah. Well, I know you're missing it, of course. But, I mean, with it being going on,
I don't want nobody to do nothing that is detrimental to society. If it is detrimental to society, don't do it. No matter what it is. But that's detrimental to society, bro. Like,
hold on. Okay. I should have worded it better. Say coronavirus was just gone, right? And at this point, would you want the NBA after missing practically a month? Would you want the NBA season to come back still?
Yeah, why not?
Or do you feel like they said, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, if you look at the lockout season and the way everyone kind of performed then, it started off kind of rough, and it was a lot of air balls, and these players were really fatigued and they're really tired, and they played a lot more. I just would hate to see how, I don't know how they're going to structure this. Is it going to be it's going to be like a thing where they cram like 4 games in a week like it did in that lockout season? Because if so, that's going to bring the quality of the play down. And I would hate for players to get hurt because they're playing so many more games back to back to back to back to back.
I don't think they would try to get all those games. And I heard they were thinking about doing some type of tournament style thing.
There was only like 15 games left.
Yes. I mean, I guess they could cram it all in there, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure I would love for it to come back, only if it made sense for it to come back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's, I don't know, like if it, I guess they could play it whenever though, because it's inside, so there doesn't really need to be a season for it. You feel me? But then, like, if they were to continue to play into the summer, into fall type shit, when would the next season start? Would that season?
They were saying that the next season would be like the NBA lockout scenario,
just to get it back on track, and then the next season.
Then yeah, so we're really talking about something that affects 2 years of basketball.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn near 3, because you include the end of this year, all of next year, and the year after that. You know, the year after that, after next year, is when it's normal now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you think about a lot of these players are rusty and they haven't really. I mean, I'm sure some players have courts inside their home and they're working out, but actually going out and playing basketball to really get in shape, you could lift, but getting basketball shape, you have to play basketball. These dudes aren't playing. So, I mean, playoffs is around the corner if the season was actually on schedule right now. So if they're going to come back, are they going to go in the playoffs and not really play as well? It's a lot of questions.
I'm sure that, basketball players aren't just at the crib eating pizzas and burgers and shit.
Oh, I'm sure they're not doing that, but they're not playing.
Of course, yeah, of course, but I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's definitely, I would imagine most of them have some type of basketball half court, either in their, in the house, backyard, front yard type shit, so they can continue to improve on themselves. So I don't think they'd come back and look like a bunch of high schoolers. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're still professional athletes at the end of the day. But I mean, I don't know. There's also the argument that they're going to have 2 months off, maybe even more months off. So if they were to continue playing again and it just goes straight to playoffs type shit, they may even be playing better because they haven't been playing hella games right up to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? It could really go either way. I feel like depends on the player.
There's no way to like say how it's gonna go. That's the thing, is like what this should teach, what this situation should literally teach everyone, is that we have absolutely no idea what is going to happen. Like with anything, like it doesn't even matter. Like we can sit here and try to predict so many things, but bro, like me and the homie was trying to go to Japan next month. Like that's not happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like bro, like my business was becoming the most fruitful it had ever been. Instantly put to a pause. So ain't no way to predict this stuff, and that's why we need to stop trying. That's why everybody has anxiety, because they always trying to guess what's going to happen.
That's real, man. Just kind of just gotta like be present in the moment, because that's really the only thing that's real. If you believe we're not in a simulation and all that stuff, you feel me? But yeah, the present moment is really the only thing that's guaranteed, because you're witnessing it with your own eyes. So to sit there, and obviously you could plan things. I'm sure everyone's still gonna plan shit out, But if you're focused on the future, and things happening now, and shit like this another virus or something can happen to that, we can get shut down completely, and then that's gonna change your whole mood. You know what I'm saying? That you're gonna get pissed, you're gonna get frustrated, whatever the case is. But if you just didn't kind of hold on to that future timeline, you know what I'm saying, then that wouldn't really be an issue for you. You feel me? Because you weren't looking that far ahead, because there's really no reason to, because like Jordan said, nothing's guaranteed. Like we don't know what's going to happen next. All we know is that something's going to happen.
Right.
What's up? Oh, go ahead, Jordan.
No, I'm saying right. Yeah, something's gonna happen. I don't know.
I feel like when we're done talking, we should say like done, so there's not that awkward 5-second pause.
Yeah, so I don't know if I'm about to.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Done.
Do you know you can raise your hand on here?
Am I putting my hand on here?
No, you can raise your hand. Like I just raised my hand. Does my name or anything look different?
Oh yeah, your hand is yellow.
Yeah. So I guess if you want to speak, you could do that.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. He playing Xbox. He not really watching.
Yeah, I hear the controllers. I hear him.
He over there going crazy, bro. What's the score?
Oh man, this is like my 5th game, bro. I'm in Madden career mode, bro. I'm a rookie running back playing for the Miami Dolphins. We're 7-3, and 7-3. This is our 11th game of the season. I already got 2,200 yards rushing. Come on,
that's ridiculous. What? You never answered though. What difficulty are you playing on?
This is on all Madden.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's you.
Yeah, I know, right? Because I'll be over there sometimes, and he'll literally run the same fucking play 8 times in a row.
Yeah.
For 3 straight series, it's score a touchdown every single time.
So many things in the world these days is algorithm.
That's facts, because I know on 2K, I could run the same exact play. I know what's going to happen if I do this pick and roll, he slips here, he goes there, or if I cut him off a certain amount of times and do this amount, like in 2K, granted, I'm not even playing the most updated 2K. I think I'm playing 2K 13 or 14.
Damn.
And I still have an Xbox 360. So that shows you how much I play video games. But I could literally do half court press. He'll dribble move that way, dribble move that way, dribble move that way, or I'll just deny it. Then when he gets to half court, the guard's going to stop, get the ball, and I just try to steal it. It's that easy.
Mm-hmm.
But video games is something I have yet to really, really, really pick back up. I was thinking about getting a PlayStation the other day, but then that brings to attention, what exactly are we doing with our time type thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if I pick up another video game or I do something like that, one, getting it delivered to my house, a whole nother thing, because I actually read something on getting packages.
Or you could just buy
Uh,
it offline. You could just download the games. You ain't
oh
gotta,
shit, you're right. Yo, you know what? That's how much, that's how much it shows I play video games. Cause I think I got rid of my Xbox Live, but I didn't even think about doing that.
You don't need Xbox Live to buy digital games though.
What do you mean? Don't,
you just need to be able to get on. You just need to have internet access. So
Yeah, you
oh
just go to the Microsoft
shit.
store and
yeah,
buy the game.
online. That's
You're
just if you want to play against people.
You're right. Man, it's been a hot minute since I played video games. That really shows. But another question for you, Jordan. Do you see photography changing at all in the future?
I don't know. It's something that it's a really old art form. Um, Not as old as like painting and stuff like that, but changing in what way?
I don't know. It just I want to see what your input as someone who is a photographer. I just want to see what your input was of where you think that field is going.
Devon, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Do I sound bogus?
No, you sound a lot better than what you actually did.
Yeah, you sound closer to the mic, if anything.
Oh,
Yeah, you sound a lot
that's
better
great.
now. Before it sounded like you were on speakerphone.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a lie. Because no, my headphones died. I was just making sure you could still hear me.
Oh, wow.
Um,
Oh, you know what? It did switch. It says default MacBook Pro
yeah.
microphone.
So could you just ask that again? That last part. I'm sorry.
I just want to know where you think you see the industry going, the field of photography going at all. No, there's no specific
The
answer I was
art
looking
form
for.
or the
Just where you see
industry,
it
because
going.
that is very different.
Okay, the art form.
The art form is not going to change much.
Mm.
You burn light into a sensor. That's photography.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's going to change about that. The industry, it might change. It might. It could. I mean, where's it going to go? I don't know. Like, a lot of industries, they don't really know. But creatively, what's changing a lot of industries, such as photography, DJing, stuff like that, is people. And I guess this started happening from things that I've read online. This is something that started happening. I'm sure this has always happened in the world somewhere, because I mean, it's literally just a business practice. It just sucks for most people. But when somebody who doesn't necessarily have clientele and they feel like they're good enough to get clientele, so like, a lot of people just in general start doing things for free. Like, a lot of people start out doing things for free, generally. So that kind of lowers the, I guess, ability to make money off
Mm-hmm.
the art. So I see that changing. It's just going to keep declining, truthfully.
Gotcha. I've always thought it was photography such an interesting thing to me because a lot of our craziest moments or even most profound moments in history have all been documented in a photo. Like I look at your camera, and we talked about this earlier, how you have access to so many different things. Your camera is almost like a universal key to every door known to man. You're able to sit in with record labels. You can do sports photography. You can do whatever you want, man. And I think that's a really cool field to be in, and hard too.
Yeah, I mean,
How hard?
what's up?
Go ahead.
I mean, it's fun. It's fun, and it's fun living life and seeing different things. Period.
How hard was it to finally start making money off photography?
I wouldn't say that was. It wasn't, because it wasn't necessarily hard to start making money off photography. It was, there just had to be effort put in to get myself into those places and spaces where I was actually valued.
Mm.
Y'all good?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought you had another question he was going to ask you. Devonn? I think his mic just cut out or something. I don't even know if he's in here anymore. Yeah, I think he's gone.
Really?
He said his laptop just cut off.
Wow.
That sucks. Yeah. Fuck. Well, I guess we're going to have to end it then. If his laptop just cut off.
Yeah, unfortunately, sheesh.
Yeah, he's gonna have to get that fixed. Probably just died or something.
What do I do? I don't really know what to do.
I don't know. I think. Do you just stop the recording?
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, I think you just stop the recording and then that's it. Damn, it just didn't even die. It just cut off. Yeah, he needs a new laptop.
I genuinely do not know how to stop the recording.
Wow, was he the only person that was able to stop the recording since he invited everybody?
Yeah, I think so.
Damn. All right, well, I guess we're done then. That was an abrupt stop to the podcast. He's texting me right now. I don't know what he wants me to do though. I really can't do much, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to. Because also, if I just quit out, then the file doesn't save.
Exactly. So I'm not really trying to do that. He said he's gonna try to come back in though. I mean, can he just use the same link that he sent us? I'd imagine that would work. Try to send that to me. All right. You see that whole thing with Young Chop and 21
Bro,
Savage?
I don't know what's going on with that, man.
Bro,
do you have the rundown for me? Could you give me the rundown? Like, what is actually happening?
I don't know, bro. All I know is that Chop came at 21 Savage for some reason. I really have no idea why. I'm just as confused as you are, bro. I really am, but it just kind of came out of nowhere. Like, what? I don't know. Apparently, he has an album coming out though, Chop. So I'd imagine maybe this might just be him trying to get his name out there. So when he drops, people are gonna listen to it and shit. I'd imagine. I don't really know though.
Yeah, I don't know, man. People losing their shit for real.
Yeah, it's interesting though. I don't even think 21's really taking it serious, to be honest with you. I wouldn't, but I mean,
I don't know either.
Oh, but Devonn wanted me to ask you, what's the next step for Heavy But Light? Like, what are your plans after? Oh, there he goes right here. Actually, boom, back in action. I was just about to ask you a question. Yeah, he's here. Is he not on your screen?
Yeah, he ain't saying nothing though.
Can you see Jordan? Can you see Devonn?
Yeah, he's just not saying nothing.
I don't think so. He says he can see you, but you're not saying anything. I see you saying something.
I don't see him saying nothing or hear him saying nothing.
I mean, for me, it still says we're an hour 20 something minutes in the recording, so I'm sure whatever we have is saved. But I can't end the recording. That's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah. All right, so Devon wanted me to ask you this real quick, since I guess he can't add. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, what are your plans like after the quarantine for your brand, for you?
I don't know, man, because I don't know what the world's gonna be like after the quarantine.
That's real.
Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna keep going hard in everything I do. Period. I mean, I feel like that's just my brand. Everything I do is done to a certain level of, I guess, excellency that people like, and we just keeping it going from there. Whatever it is that I dabble in, is gonna be done well.
I feel you. You just kind of gotta go with the punches, really.
Definitely.
All right. Well, that was it then. That was the last question. I guess everyone can give their social medias. You can go ahead, Jordan. Give your social medias out there.
What's good, y'all? Y'all can follow me at Heavy But Light everywhere. Um, yeah, Heavy But Light. HeavyButlite. LITE, like Miller Lite. You feel me?
Miller Lite. Boom. There we go. Devon, do you want to give your? For me, pbugs pb00gs on all platforms. And if you can't find me with that name, just type in my name, Pierce Anderson, and I will pop up. There's only a couple of me out there. Yeah, that's it. But like I said before, I can't end this. So
Yeah, nobody can end it. And if we just quit, then our files delete. So.
all right, yeah, just call me and let me know what happened. I said, oh, peace.